All right, Bucko, you're kind of ticking me off already. So why don't...
Sorry, had to get that cold, refreshing taste of DPZ.
Dude, don't say it like people know what it means. Don't say it like that.
We have to save time. We've got to save time.
You're right. You're right. Sorry. No wasting time.
DPZ.
Quick episode DPZ. Hit it, Hutch.
You know what it is now. Boys and girls of the podcast world. Matt and Tyler on the mics. They're gonna stay here until they agree. They're gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
See, the D is short for doctor. The P is short for Peppa.
Okay,
and the Z is short for zero.
Yeah.
And so...
Welcome us back to the show.
Is it interesting?
Bro, market us. We have a brand.
We have a brand, sure.
Say the name of the show.
Right. Until We Agree. Also... No, this is going somewhere.
I'm not saying anything.
Because
am I not allowed to breathe?
Last week,
I'm gonna hold my breath for the rest of the episode. By the way, hey, you just killed me. Congratulations.
The world would be a better place.
That is so hurtful. It's insane.
So here's the thing. Last week, I went to jury duty.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna end it there.
I'm not breathing. By the way,
here's the thing.
I'm about to die.
That's not possible. You can't talk. I called you earlier because I was like...
Okay, fine. Now. I'm done breathing now.
Okay, you can breathe. If I can talk, you can breathe.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, now let me finish my thought, please. So I thought last week I had jury duty scheduled. It's been scheduled. Now I'm thinking content machine incoming. I go to jury duty. I'm there for 8 hours. Now you'd think content would come out of this. Incredibly sensitive case. Can't even discuss it. It would hurt the brand. Because it's just too sad. I gave Matt the rundown. He agreed. And so that's when you take over. You've got to take over. I just wanted to let everyone know I had jury duty. I'm an unbiased party.
I went on mute hoping that you would notice and think that I was talking over you, but I wasn't because I was respecting your time to host the show.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate that because something I've learned in jury duty actually is that we should really respect each other's time more. Because the defense and the prosecutors, they just had 2 hours each. They didn't interrupt each other once. It was kind of crazy. While they were asking us questions to weed us out. Yeah, they were just weeding us out.
I thought that's what you do as lawyers is just interrupt each other nonstop.
And maybe more in the trial.
Maybe
I don't know because I wasn't selected because of a scheduling conflict. They wanted me. They were fighting over me. I think I told you that. The prosecutors were really fighting to have me on that jury. They saw something in me. But yeah, no, it wasn't in the cards.
What I think is interesting, we're not going to talk about the case because it's crazy. What I think is interesting is if I was a lawyer, especially like a defense attorney, you got to know that like surely they don't actually want to like do a good job defending this guy. And so they were probably going back and forth. They were so respectful of each other because like they're both the prosecution and the defense probably on the same side with this guy.
Right. Because innocent and proven guilty. And yes, like it's all about being fair and unbiased in that. But after getting released from my duty, because I wasn't selected, I did look up the details of the case that will not be mentioned. This guy's not a good guy. It seems that the defense and the prosecutors are probably teaming up, dapping up behind the scenes to get this guy put away. Let's say.
And if I can just make my stance, so if I'm ever called into jury duty and they can go back and look to this moment, so they don't have to waste anyone's time on what would happen if I was questioned to be brought into a jury. Yeah. I don't subscribe to innocent until proven guilty. I don't. I'm gonna lean guilty immediately right away.
So you're like a British fella. I think that's what they do over the pond. That
would imply I'm not a real human, so I don't appreciate the context there, or the insinuation, if you will. But no, I would say I'm more of a sexy American fella, you know.
Okay, interesting, but
I don't support. I'm ready to lean guilty. Right, whatever case I ever get called on for jury duty, because I'm sure it'll happen eventually. I'm ready to lean guilty. I don't even care.
What's interesting is
people aren't getting arrested for no reason, you know?
That's what the prosecutors say. They're like, yes, it's innocent and proven guilty, but you have to understand that to get this case to the level that there's going to be a grand jury and a trial, they have to have like a crazy amount of evidence where they like think and basically know that this happened and that this guy did this.
Right.
So like, yes, it's innocent until proven guilty, but like when you're looking at a state versus man case, it's not looking good for man. I'll tell you that.
Here's the thing about it as well. What do I know that a lawyer doesn't already know? You know, like who am I to say that I'm just some guy coming in?
Don't sell yourself short.
No, it's not that I'm not.
You know a lot of things.
I could be, but like I'd be coming in at like the 23rd or 11th hour. You know, like I'm coming in at the last minute. They've been doing all the work. I'm going to trust the guys who went to school for this.
Yeah, it'd be like the lawyers coming into your job and consulting people.
Yeah, consulting on how to add shareholder value. Yeah, right. They didn't go to school for
right.
that. Like,
yeah, right.
There's no way they could.
Business school is way harder than law
that's
school.
What I'm
that's
saying.
What I'll say.
They couldn't do what I'm doing on a regular basis, and everyone
Business
knows
school's
that.
only 4 years or 4 years. Law school's only 3.
Exactly, and everyone knows. Say it with me. Longer means harder.
It means harder. And
exactly.
That's something we try to live by here until we agree. Which is why the longer the episode is, the harder it is for us to do what?
Get through it.
Yep. So why don't we shorten this thing up?
Yeah, let's get cooking here. All right. We're bringing back some classic Reddit "Am I the Cuss Hole" and a new cuss opportunity. But before we get to that, it is the week before Christmas. If you're listening to this in real time. And I wanted to add a little bit of Christmas flair. So I have a movie pitch I want to give you, a Christmas movie pitch.
I would love to hear it.
Okay.
And nobody loves Christmas movies like you love Christmas movies.
It's true.
So this could be huge.
Brittany and I have been ripping through Christmas movies this year, and then also watched the new Knives Out mystery because of course we did, and we finished.
I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers.
Hey, I was already moving on, so don't even worry about it. We finished Dash and Lily last night for the 3rd year in a row for us, like 6th or 7th year. Or I guess it came out in 2020. I watched it every year. So however many years that is, I've watched it every year now. Christmas tradition, watch one episode a night for 8 nights, kind of like Hanukkah. Classic Christmas tradition of Hanukkah. And we did that. I love Christmas movies. I love rom-coms in general. And that's kind of where I want this to kind of be come to a head, I guess, is my love of just the general rom-com and my love of Christmas movies. Because there's a distinct difference, and I'm going to quiz you here for a second, give you a chance to answer this. If you don't know it, just say, I don't know, so we can keep moving. But if you have a thought immediately, let me know. What's the difference between a Christmas love story and like a standard, like any other time of year rom-com?
Christmas. Easy.
Okay, yes, true. What's one more thing, though?
Snow.
Okay, and name one more like thematic
ornaments.
thing. No, a thematic thing. Not you're saying like content, like the actual just like physical makeup of the movie. I'm talking like content, like a theme.
Santa.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and tell you. I think
Elves.
here's the thing. I'm gonna wear this one. I was the one grasping at straws for you to pull this because there's no way you just pull it out of my brain into your brain.
Give me one more try. Give me one more try.
Take one more try.
What does it start with? C. Christmas.
That was good. No, the C I was looking for was city. What the?
They're all, but that's not true. No. They could be rural.
They could be, but like a big theme in Christmas movies is the girl from the small town who moved to the big city to like chase her dreams, always comes back and essentially gives up her dreams to be with like the local like lumberjack. Essentially. And then every now and then Santa's
By
there.
the way,
yeah,
the ripped lumberjack.
Yeah. And there's no denying he's ripped. But here's the thing. Her boyfriend in the big city or a lot of times her fiance in the big city is also in really good shape, if not in better, like he's in like model shape. He's not lumberjack.
Yeah, he's in model shape, but he's not functionally.
He's not functionally strong, but he's
got less body hair.
He's a model and he works on Wall Street and he probably makes upwards of $2 to $5 million a year, depending on how good the year was in the market.
But what good is money when you don't know how to jack any lumber?
That's what I'm okay. And I don't disagree with that. And I get that like the Christmas movies are written to make that person be the antagonist. And that's fine for Christmas movies. I'm not making a standard run of the mill Christmas movie here. I'm making a Christmas rom-com that takes the idea of, I forgot to say this. In rom-coms, a lot of times they're both like fairly career-driven people who love the city. That's like a big difference. And like, think about all the classic ones. They love the city and like their job doesn't define them. What happens a lot in Christmas rom-coms is like the main characters let their job define them. And then like you think about like a How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, like obviously their jobs are integral to the story, but like when they're together, they're just like two people who are together and they just like love their life in the city. And so I want to make a movie where like two people who are like really both like career driven people who moved away from the small town because they understand that like once the camera's cut, you're just some woman who quit her job to move back to her hometown to be with her boyfriend who they broke up with for usually valid reasons because he didn't have any drive. And just because like his mom is dead now, you give them like so much credit for like being like a changed person. And sure, they could have been changed, but like, okay, go ahead.
We always say,
yep,
it's about
drive. It's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Exactly. Right. And that's always so true in rom-coms. It's not true in Christmas movies. When the camera's cut, you just own you own a hot chocolate shop or you own a Christmas tree farm. Then what? What happens when the bills roll in? You know? Like what happens?
And even worse, what happens when the snow thaws?
What happens when the snow thaws and then you just live in the middle of Louisiana in the bayou and it's 100% humidity and it's 98 degrees outside. And it's August.
Coming. Congratulations.
Congratulations, a hurricane's coming. Grow up. You know, like you love your job. They usually have cool jobs, like they're like fashion designers or something, you know, like they're not leaving like bad jobs. They're leaving like what they perceive to be a bad situation. Anyways, all that being said, these are going to be two people who live in the big city. I'm going to call it New York because I love movies set in New York, especially during Christmas. They're both, and let's just say he's successful, but he's also like a down to earth guy. Like he's been through hardships and like he understands that like money isn't everything, but at the same time he's making a really good living in New York.
And this is your ideal man, right? That's what you'd say?
That's what I'm saying. Quote me on it. Okay. That's my ideal man. Obviously the woman is Sophia Carson because it's a Netflix movie. That joke may not land for most people. Sophia Carson's the new it girl at Netflix. Really? She's who Joey King used to be. Does that make sense?
No,
she's.
I thought it was Candace Cameron Bure.
No. That she's too old. She's too old. These are young professionals in the big city. Like they're established, but like they're still kind of like they're trying to like work their way up still because like
I've never seen this.
They're both okay. That's fine. They're both good at their jobs, and what their story is like how they just love each other and they love being in like this new world where like they're not surrounded by the pressures of being in a small town with your parents and your exes and all this. They've just found love, but they also a lot of their work, like a lot of the movie takes place during their work. Let's say they work in like the same building, but like she has like a cool like artsy job for like a big like fashion conglomerate or something, or like you know how they like you know how they always have those and
fashion
then
conglomerates.
Yeah, and then he works and provides great shareholder value, and I say that because the name of this movie is Share Ho Ho Holders.
Okay, that you lost me though.
Is it just the name or the story as a whole?
Yes, just the name. The story's not great, but none of them are. So I was going to give you a pass on the story. Now the name, I don't know anybody that would click that. I got to be honest.
Okay, and you know what? I'm not committed to the name. The name started the idea, but like I think the story is where the heart is found, not in the name. So we can work on that, and maybe we'll come back next week, which we're filming in 10 minutes, and I'll have a name for you by then.
That sounds great.
Pretty good though, right? I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's a rom-com and a Christmas.
Somebody would make that movie. I don't know who, but somebody would.
It's kind of like a Love Actually, you know?
There's one where a snowman turns into a real person, and it's that person from Are you talking about
Frosty the Snowman or Hot Frosty?
Hot Frosty.
Yeah, Hot Frosty. Where Frosty's reimagined to be a hot man when he turns into a person.
And I gotta tell you, he's not that hot of a man.
Oh, is he not?
In great shape, sure. But everything else, he just looks a bit scary and sick.
To be honest, frankly, a little offensive to him. I don't think he asked to be objectified.
I apologize.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Well,
you're good,
if he didn't want to be objectified, he shouldn't have been in a movie called Hot Frosty.
He's trying to make a living like you and me, man.
And also, I've been to Wendy's. I've been to Wendy's. Nobody wants a Hot Frosty. Am I right?
That's true. That's just brown soup at that point.
So, it's time Now we're gonna have seasonal Am I the Cusshole next week.
Christmas
This
special.
isn't seasonal. This is just standard everyday living because
Yep.
that's where we're at in our lives right now.
Christmas is done until Q&A. We're just living now.
All right. So am I the cusshole for pretending to get fired when customers get a
Oh,
temper with
wait.
me?
Also, the CEO is Santa. Sorry. Continue.
Okay. Now, hold on. We might have to revisit that because
That's
I
why
feel like that
share-
throws a whole new wrench in there. Because now is the share holder value just like toys that need to be built?
Oh yeah, he works. It's a toy company.
He's an
but
elf.
He's corporate.
He's an elf.
Yeah, but
Okay,
he's like a
he's
corporate
corporate.
elf. Yeah. And
Okay,
he always
amazing.
wears long hats and has long hair, so you can't see his ears. But then at one point, like a big wind catches his ears. When
And
like
they're
he's
so
like
pointy.
they're like waiting for the subway and like a train, like the express train goes by, and like the wind pushes his ears back, and you get a quick glimpse of it. But if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it.
Any stilts? Any stilts action? Is he a small guy or is he?
Yes, he is a
Is he
small guy.
normal size?
He's a small guy,
Okay.
and until they kiss for the first time, they don't realize it. They're
Right,
gonna
because
kiss, by the way.
He has to jump up, right? He has to.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Anyways,
Well, that's good to know. I'm actually not only am I a bit more sold, I'm into the name now.
yeah.
Because now it makes a lot more
Key
sense.
detail. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, Christmas
So,
next week. We're
back
back to life this week.
Back to Am I the Cusshole?
Mhm.
So, I'm a high schooler with a weekend job at a coffee shop. My coworkers who work weekends are James, the owner's son. He goes to my school. He's a shift manager, but it's not really a formal thing. He's a friendly guy. Danielle, a college student who sometimes works weekends too. So sometimes customers will come in and just be angry about such little stuff, like literally blow up about nothing. I don't know if they're in a bad mood already and looking for someone to take it out on or what, but it's a lot. ... Like how sad. Sorry. Like how sad. That one was fake. I don't know. I just thought I thought we needed a second one, but no. Like how sad you have to be a grown cuss man taking your anger out on a high school and college kids. So James and I were joking about. Oh, this is a British person, isn't it? James and I were joking about. People don't type like that unless they're across the pond. Having a little fun, and having a little fun with them, and then hopefully getting them off our backs. I don't know what that means.
I believe the
actually.
expression is having a laugh if they're British, though.
Right, having a laugh, having a chuckle. So one day I was at work and some guy was having a temper. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, people don't
Okay.
talk like
Yeah,
that.
they're-
Having a
okay.
temper.
Okay, they're British.
Yeah, somebody was having a temper about how we don't make the coffee hot enough. ... Which I couldn't do a thing about because I gave it to him right out of the machine. So James came in and was like, "Sir, is there a problem here?" And the guy started ranting at him too. So it was just like OP, which means original poster in
Mhm.
Reddit language.
Yeah, thank you.
So that would be the person who posted it.
The original
so that's referring
person who
to
posts, yeah.
himself.
Yeah, but we're not wasting
so
time.
yeah.
So
OP, this is unacceptable. You're fired. I started acting real sad. Like, no, please don't fire me. My family needs the money. I need this job, please. And he played up
A little
being
pathetic.
a hard cuss, telling me to take off my apron and leave. The angry guy started to backtrack. Like, it isn't that big of a problem. You don't need to fire her over it. Wow. I assumed him earlier, and that's on me.
hey,
I'll
yeah,
wear
it
that.
is.
So I'm the cusshole in this scenario.
Mhm.
But yeah, I didn't mean it. And James was like, "No, we pride ourselves on being the best in customer service." Of course, after all that drama I still had my job. We were just acting
Okay.
and scene. We've done it a couple times since. Whenever a customer will lose their temper, Danielle or I, James will storm in and fire us, quote unquote. And almost every time, the person who had come up angry will apologize and say they didn't mean it. They also spelled apologize with an S.
Yeah.
It's kind of satisfying, making people realize their actions might actually have consequences. Anyways, I was telling my friends from school about this, and a few of them thought it was a mean prank. So am I the cusshole for this joke?
Do you want me as someone who worked at Dunkin' Donuts for 4 days to answer first or second?
Now, you got fired from Dunkin' Donuts, so this might hit a soft
I didn't
spot
get
for you.
fired from Dunkin' Donuts. I quit on my own volition.
Okay, let's hear it.
No, they are not.
Wow.
They're not the cusshole.
And why?
Because these jobs, say it with me, they don't matter.
They don't.
You can do whatever you want whenever you want, and there's no repercussions. I thought once I quit
Yeah.
after 4 days, which I still to this day I feel very justified in doing, and there was reasons why I did. I didn't just do it for no reason. I was like, is that going to be my permanent record forever? The answer is no. Even if I did get fired, nothing would have come from it, especially when you're in high school. Like the stakes are so low, and all you do in high school is you just have fun. Like you get good grades, you get good enough grades to get into college so you can major in supply chain management, and then you get a job and then you get a wife. And that's how life works. When you're in high school, all you're doing is just getting to college. And getting to college is not that hard. Maybe it is. Maybe it's hard to get into university, as they call it in Britain. Maybe
Uni.
harder. You get into uni. Yeah, good point. But no, you're just
Because
having
they have to
fun.
do their GCSEs.
Yeah, so true. You're making great points. I don't know what that is, but you're making a great point with it.
That's something that's one of their little tests they have over there.
Yeah. I've taken the ACT, so like everyone knows what tests are. So thank you for taking time to describe tests. We all figured, if we didn't know what it was, we figured it was a test. You said take our GCSE. Do you feel stupid now?
No, because I'm filling in people on the culture. Some people aren't as cultured and well traveled as you and I.
You and I.
Have you
yeah.
ever been to the land beyond?
Is that the UK?
That's the UK.
Hey, I think we're in talks for this year, so I'm hoping it happens soon.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but not yet.
That's amazing.
I gotta get to the bottom of what's going down over there with all their pretend
Dude,
talking.
I've tried. It's tough.
Dude, it has to be. I felt bad for you when you told me.
Start
you
your
were over
Duolingo now.
there. On it. But yeah, so final conclusion is no, because especially if the customers are mean, there's no place for that, and especially in something where it's as low stakes as coffee. Because I promise you, if you ask for another coffee, 99% of employees would just give you one and not think twice about
They
it.
just don't care.
They simply don't care. It doesn't affect the bottom line hardly at all, and it doesn't affect my personal bottom line one bit. So I was always just going to do whatever got me in the least amount of trouble for the person who was immediately in front of me, and usually that was the usually that was the customer. Every now and then it was my employer, but like,
What do you
just fake it.
You mean every now and then in the 4 days you work there, every now and then you have those types of timelines lined up?
every now and then here's the background is two people were individually training me who had been there for years on different days,
Mhm.
and they both quit while training me.
Mm.
What did I
What
do?
You're unteachable.
Apparently, I honestly probably was, but yeah, so it was just kind of a messy situation, and so there was no one above me, and the guy who was in charge of everything would come in every now and then, but for the most part, I was just kind of winging it over there, and so I just was.
Every now and then, like you were there for years.
It was 4
Like,
days. It wasn't.
Again,
He wasn't there.
it was 4 days.
So he was either there none of the time, all the time, or sometime in the middle. Every now and then describes any time in the middle. Because it wasn't a permanent fixture of him being there, and it wasn't an impermanent fixture of him not being there.
Well, this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter.
What's
We're
your
going to transition
answer?
to something.
Well, what's your
new
answer?
here. Because it's the same. It's the same. It's fine. Nobody cares.
Oh wait, you did work in food.
Yeah, I did work in food.
Sorry, I forgot about that.
I actually worked in food. I was there in the trenches.
You were in the trenches for days on end, at least 5.
Yes, I was serving people hand over fist.
Okay.
Now, we've got a different set. It's the same kind of idea, but they're not asking if they're the cussle. They're just kind of saying they cussed up.
Mm-hmm.
This is a different subreddit called Today I Cussed Up.
Okay.
And this
Makes
one
sense.
is Today I Cussed Up by anonymously sending my boss a song about himself, and now he's furious.
Oh, interesting.
So this is a throwaway account, which for those who don't know, a throwaway is not really tied to you and gives away no personal information. That way,
it's like
you
it's
can
like an
stay
account you can
anonymous.
You can just be anonymous and throw it away whenever you feel like it.
Exactly. That's well put. And
Thank you so much.
they said throwaway because I like having a job, in parentheses, for now. Very ominous.
Ooh.
So this started as a dumb office
Is this the
morale
Halloween episode? That's spooky.
That's spooky. So this started as a dumb office morale joke and has now turned into the most anxiety-inducing week of my professional life. Context: my boss has been extra crabby lately. Like aggressively crabby. No raises this year.
Me when I'm SpongeBob.
Bonuses. Yeah, bonuses. Quote unquote under review. Constant LinkedIn motivational posts while internally shutting down every request. The vibe at work has been bad, and that's capitalized. People are frustrated, burned out, and quietly roasting him in private Slack DMs just to cope. Anyway, during one of those late afternoon quote unquote, we're all losing our minds conversations. Someone joked about how his LinkedIn profile leads like a parody of itself. Super corporate, very self-important, buzzwords stacked on buzzwords. It was a harmless quip. Or I thought so at the time.
Mm-hmm.
What if this was turned into a song?
Okay.
I thought it'd be harmless, anonymous, a goofy prank. Something that would make him laugh or at least confuse him for 30 seconds before moving on with his life. Reader, that's me, and you, he did not laugh.
Okay.
I made it on a website and sent it anonymously. No name, no explanation, just the song. The next morning, all cuss broke loose.
Uh-oh. I wonder
He
what
storms into the
that
office.
cuss means.
Dude, you don't want to know. I'm looking at the word, and I gotta bleach my eyes after this. He storms into the office, virtual and physical. Now, how is that possible?
Okay.
He storms into the office, in parentheses, virtual and physical.
Is it so?
What does that mean?
He must have gone into a There's probably a. You don't work in corporate anymore. It was definitely like a conference room in the office. Most people were probably on the call, but he and like the camera in the conference room.
And then the
captured
camera
him.
comes on as well.
Yeah,
okay. Okay, I can buy it.
Yep.
Clearly livid, asking if anyone knows who sent him, quote, this insulting, unprofessional audio. He keeps replaying parts of it and saying things like, someone thinks they're very funny. This crossed a line. This reflects a culture problem. If I find out who did this, we'll have a serious conversation. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there nodding like one of those little dashboard dogs while my soul leaves my body. The worst part? One of my coworkers might know it was me. I didn't explicitly say I did this, but I definitely laughed too hard when the idea came up days earlier. And now I'm noticing looks, side eyes, long pauses after
You're
jokes.
done.
You know, the knowing silence. To be clear, the song wasn't threatening, vulgar, or obscene. It was goofy, cheesy, over-the-top corporate praise that clearly sounded ironic. But I guess when you're already stressed and insecure, irony feels like an attack. Now I'm stuck in this horrible limbo where, 1, he doesn't know who sent it. 2, he's furious. 3, I'm paranoid every meeting. And HR has been, quote-unquote, looped in, which is a phrase that should be illegal. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, what do I do if I get caught? Do I confess and frame it as a team morale gone wrong? Play dumb forever and hope it fades? Say it was meant as an appreciation but landed poorly? Update my resume and emotionally detach from this job immediately? Also, am I the worst person alive, or is this just a prank that catastrophically misfired because corporate environments are allergic to joy? So we do have a little am I the cusshole in this. Please
good.
advise. I am one calendar invite away from panic quitting. And then edit it. To be clear, no, I didn't record my voice or play or anything. It's a website that converts LinkedIn resume into a roast.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Well,
It's a cool website.
and then, yeah, this person said play dumb, hope it fades, polish resume. And then right under that, it's somebody said, we're all just trying to find the guy who did this with the Tim Robinson and a hot dog.
Yeah, the hot
costume.
dog, and then he has a hot dog shaped car. Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
Uh-huh. Oh,
so what
man.
do you think? What would you do? What would you do?
Well, here's
John
the
Quinones comes into your office
Mhm.
and you have to figure out what you would do.
First of all, you'd never catch me in the situation because they made one critical error. You never do anything at work besides your job.
Yeah,
you
I
don't
just
be a
don't
person.
understand it.
You do your job and then you stay out of trouble and then you go home.
This was never gonna go well. Like,
Yeah.
if it were maybe not mean spirited from the get go, you could send something in
Mhm.
and like actually have it be a fun morale thing. But this was always just like to make fun of the manager. Like,
Right.
this is just a bad idea.
Right. And yeah, at best you're going to get people to say, "Oh, that's pretty funny." But like at worst is you're going to get caught and fired. One note you should not do is you shouldn't quit your job. You always just take that calendar invite and you take severance. So don't quit. Emotionally detached for sure.
True.
Because you should have already been emotionally attached to begin with. And then, okay, my last thought was we had our Christmas party on Friday, and the
Right.
person who put the party together in our Teams chat made a Photoshop of our main boss photoshopped onto Santa. It wasn't Santa, which could have been offensive because Santa's fat. It wasn't. It was just like some guy in the trees with a reindeer next to a reindeer with a Santa hat on.
Sure.
That's about as far as you can go. If you ever go further, if you're ever thinking about going further at work, stop. Find a new.
Connotations, because you put him
yeah.
on an elf, not good.
Yeah,
On Santa, again,
Yep.
not good. What, the Grinch? Absolutely not.
no chance.
No chance. Rudolph, you can maybe get away with Rudolph, but
You
then
can maybe get
you're
away with
implying if you're doing that, you're implying reindeer, right?
Right.
And you know what that means.
Don't I know it?
So, yeah, I don't know. The mistake was not that. No, the mistake was that they sent it.
The mistake was that they sent it.
I just don't know.
That was their main mistake. Their second mistake was showing any semblance of personality at work.
Yeah, I can't imagine this is the first time they've sent something to trying to be fun.
Yeah.
Like that. No, that's a bold first thing you've ever You're trying to boost team morale or whatever.
Uh-huh.
That's a bold thing to send first.
That's not a head down pencil pusher kind of worker. That is someone who really tries to make work like their social outlet. And you can't do
They're in
that.
the group
You just
chat
can't.
throwing memes. They're throwing memes in constantly.
Memes,
Is
and memes and gifs. And that's where
They're
that's the worst is when you get the Monday morning GIF rollout and then the Friday afternoon GIF rollout are the low points of my entire week.
man. They're cooked. I don't really know what else to say.
Hey, say nothing, man. It's okay. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
It's time for us to move on to Q&A. If you want to be like our Q&A askers this week, follow us on Instagram at Until We Agree. You don't actually have to. You can just ask a question anywhere, but we'd appreciate if you followed us on Instagram at Until We Agree, TikTok at Until We Agree. Tyler's posting a TikTok this week that'll be on Instagram this week. How exciting is that? Follow our podcast wherever you listen, Apple, Spotify. You can follow there. You can just press, there's like a follow button. You can leave 5 stars if you feel so inclined, which would mean a lot to us. That would mean a lot. So please do that. If you're on iHeartRadio, we appreciate you listening. We have no idea what our metrics are over there. So we're just pretending that a billion people listen over there, but we don't know how to interact with you. So if you want to interact with us, find us where we are at Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all Until We Agree. And then right where you're listening, just live life in the comment section.
Dude, they get it, I think.
It's a call to action. It's actually a really good marketing tactic. But I'm not going to say that to the people because I don't want to think that I'm influencing you to follow us or interact with us. Kim asks, during the holidays, should deviled eggs be an appetizer or a side? And I think we're going to agree on this one.
Right.
Let's say it on 3.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. They should
Nowhere
be
near the
in the
table.
trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hit it, Hutch.
They're gonna stay here until they agree. They're gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
Do an impression of you eating a deviled egg.
Okay.
The cholesterol. I got it.
That's RFK.
Oh,
That's
you
not
said me doing a deviled
That's
egg.
not you.
Sorry. Okay, I'm putting the deviled egg in my mouth.
Okay.